It is no secret that human beings enjoy the approval of others. When you are popular and well liked, it can fill your being with positive emotions, making you feel safe, happy, and secure. There is nothing inherently wrong with enjoying the affection and admiration of others. In fact, it is a beautiful thing. However, as with so many positive experiences, seeking the approval of others can have a dark side to it. People have sacrificed their integrity, their values, and even their sense of self in a desperate attempt to win the admiration of others. In this video, we are going to explore the reasons behind these choices and the proper role the approval of others plays in a psychologically healthy person. So let's start at the beginning. Others are praising you and you feel satisfaction and happiness. It would be easy to assume that the source of your positive feelings are the people praising you, but this is not true. In fact, the source of your positive emotions is you. The other people are functioning as mirrors, reflecting back to you the positive feelings you have about yourself. Let's demonstrate this with a simple example. A child has set themselves the task of cleaning their bedroom. They work all day, tidying and organizing, until at last the bedroom is spotless. They take a moment to reflect on the job they have just completed, with thoughts like, "This looks fantastic," "I did so well today," and "I'm really proud of myself." If the child's mother then walks into the room and praises them, the child will naturally feel pleased. The approval of another has reflected the child's feelings of pride. Now, imagine that an hour later, when the first child is no longer in the room, their brother or sister walks in to have a look. If the father then comes into the room and starts praising the child, mistakenly assuming that it was them who was responsible for the cleanup, that child would not be able to enjoy the praise as it was not earned. They did none of the work and so feel none of the pride. Rather than enjoying the words of praise from their father, more likely they would feel guilty or embarrassed and quickly correct him. So you see, you cannot reverse the process. You can enjoy the approval of others only to the extent that it corresponds to your approval of yourself. This is the psychological basis behind phrases like, "You cannot love someone who doesn't love themselves." This is the mistake that so many approval seekers make. They try to reverse this process and use the admiration of others to build their own self-esteem so they can admire themselves. This will never work. Stories abound of celebrities who are universally praised and adored, who fall into deep depressions. All the love in the world does not help if you don't first love yourself. When the void is internal, nothing in the external world can ever fill it. So, does that mean it is a mistake to seek the approval of others? Is the desire for the admiration of other people wrong in some way? Should we ignore others and focus only on ourselves? The answer is definitely not. This kind of black and white thinking will only result in guilt and confusion as you attempt to repress a perfectly natural desire. Human beings are social creatures, and it is extremely satisfying to celebrate with other people. Sharing your internal joy with people who understand and appreciate you is one of the greatest pleasures in life, and never something you should feel ashamed for desiring. What is required is not repression, but wisdom. The desire for the approval of others is only a problem when it is mistakenly prioritized above other values that are essential to your self-esteem. Having a positive self-esteem is another way of saying you have a healthy and positive relationship with yourself. You must respect yourself. If you prioritize the approval of others above your own integrity, your self-esteem will inevitably begin to deteriorate. It is not difficult to imagine situations when this will occur. A teenage girl who has always worn vibrant and colorful clothes is criticized for how she dresses. The next day, she dresses like everyone else in order to win their approval. She may be praised for her new clothes, but she has betrayed her personal style. She has not stayed true to who she is, and this breach of integrity will affect her self-esteem. Another example. A man wants to impress his colleagues and joins in a conversation. They are speaking derogatively about a co-worker with whom the man is good friends. Rather than stick up for his friend, the man joins in and reveals personal information about his friend for the others to make fun of. He now has the approval of the group, but he has betrayed his friend and his integrity. Naturally, this will impact on his friendship, but this kind of action will also be corrosive for his relationship with himself. So why do situations like this occur every day? Why do people continue to prioritize the approval of others above their own integrity? The answer is that maintaining your integrity and being true to yourself often provokes very negative reactions from those around you. You may think that what you're doing is right, but when your actions make other people upset and angry, it is not unreasonable to have some doubts. Many people think, surely if I'm doing the right thing, other people will be happy for me and supportive. I am encountering so much hostility, I must be doing something wrong. Though completely understandable, this kind of thinking is based on flawed premises. It is important to understand that when other people react to your choices, they bring with them a personal agenda that has nothing to do with you. So, what kind of personal agenda would cause someone to react with hostility to someone living in integrity? Let's explore this. People are constantly using social cues to ensure that they are safe and are living life the correct way. It is reassuring to see large numbers of people making the same choices as you are. It shows that you're on the right track. This is the herd mentality, where there is safety in numbers. When you remain committed to your integrity, to expressing your individuality, others can perceive this as threatening. This is why people who are different and outside of the norm are often ostracized. In fact, someone who stands out from the crowd can make others so uncomfortable that unconsciously they begin to put pressure on that individual to force them to socially conform. If this fails, discomfort quickly turns to anger and hostility. What is actually occurring here psychologically is that the individual who resists the pressure to conform and maintains their integrity is embodying something that the approval seekers wanted to believe is impossible. Approval seekers have taken their integrity and traded it for the admiration of others, and in order to make this trade seem justified, they have had to convince themselves that no other choice was possible. Sure, it's terrible to have lost my integrity, but I need the approval of others to survive. Integrity is a nice ideal, but I need to be practical. No one would choose integrity over the admiration of others. Such a choice is impossible. These kind of rationalizations help to calm the doubts that their choice was the wrong one. When an individual comes along proving, not in words but in actions, that a different choice was possible, that one could maintain their integrity, it shines a light directly on that person's fears. Depending on the health of their self-esteem, some people will take this as a wake-up call, evidence that they can live their lives another way. It may be difficult work to overcome old habits and thought patterns, but if they persevere, they will discover that their relationship with other people is not the most important thing, but their relationship with themselves. For other people, this kind of work is too overwhelming, and they will give in to the instincts of their fight or flight response. They will either attack the person who has triggered these uncomfortable feelings, or look away, denying that they have witnessed anything significant and repressing their doubts. These people still buy into the illusion that they can reverse the natural order of self-esteem and use the approval of others to improve their relationship with themselves. And so you see, you cannot take the negative reactions of others as proof that you're doing something wrong. In many cases, it means exactly the opposite, that you're doing something right. When other people would rather that you conform to their expectations and sacrifice your integrity, just so that they don't feel uncomfortable about their choices, a negative reaction is to be expected. In fact, it's proof that you're doing something right. The wish for universal adoration is not realistic. Would anyone really feel comfortable receiving approval from liars, cheats, and thieves? Those who do desire the affection and admiration of everybody they meet will inevitably betray themselves, changing their personality in every interaction, trying always to please the person they are with. Even if they succeed in this difficult task, it will bring them no happiness or satisfaction. The natural order of self-esteem cannot be reversed. The admiration and approval of others is a wonderful thing, but it can never be a replacement for genuine self-esteem. If happiness is your goal, then you must maintain your integrity. When you have a healthy relationship with yourself, the approval seekers and social conformers will fade away, and you will attract others into your life, genuine people who love and support you. These are the relationships of a psychologically healthy person. Think now of those people in your life who have never compromised their integrity for the approval of others. Think of those people who would never betray their values and their beliefs just so others will like them. Think of how valuable it is to have role models like this in your life who inspire you to stay true to yourself. Share this video on Facebook and tag those people who have always encouraged you to stay true to yourself and your integrity. Let this video say, "You're awesome and you inspire me." Let this video say thank you.